Light language is a beautiful, powerful, transformative expression of high vibrational energy. Speaking and writing it has become second nature to me, to the point where I am now channeling multiple dialects and frequencies. I'm Lara, the Tigress of the Light. I'm a spiritual mentor, international bestselling author of multiple books, channeler, and developer of fractaline healing. Something I get asked quite often is, how did I begin channeling light language? Sometimes when you're on a spiritual journey, you have moments that defy explanation. They're so profound, they're almost indescribable. I hear these stories from time to time from others, and it's both inspiring to me as well as it helps me to remain open to even greater potentials of possibility. So, light codes came to me at 3 a.m. after I woke from an extremely vivid dream. The energy was thick in my bedroom, and I couldn't see very much as the room was quite dark. There was only a little bit of light shining in from the street. I actually have poor eyesight, and at the time, since I'd been sleeping, I didn't have my glasses on, I didn't have my contact lenses in, yet what I saw was perfectly clear. I saw three codes floating in the darkness of my room. They were shining, beautifully bright, silvery white. I had never seen such a thing before, and I had no idea what they were, but I had the sense that they were important. I also got the sense that it would be a good idea to draw them in my journal. I had been learning how to channel spirit messages, so it wasn't a complete surprise to me that I began channeling spirit when I went to draw the symbols. The energy in the room was still very intense, but in a good way. I was introduced to a guide who would stay with me for a couple of years. I know now that the guide was helping me to learn more about light language and light codes, but of course, I had no idea about any of this at the time. After that night, I would have light codes come into my awareness whenever somebody was in need of one. I would draw a code somehow, give them the original, and then take a picture of it for my own records. I kept the symbols in a little book, which eventually turned into the best-selling book, The Little Book of Light Codes. It took me 2 years to learn that these symbols were light codes and another year to begin channeling spoken light language. After I got over my fear of speaking light language, the usual, am I making this up? This is just gibberish, all the doubts and fears that the ego likes to play. Once I relaxed and felt the energy of the transmission, it became more clear to me and, of course, more powerful. As I worked with my spirit guides and channeled different forms of light language, I learned more details about what it actually is and some of the many ways that it can help us. Channeling light language and light codes is one thing that I enjoy doing a lot. It helps me to center and ground. It also helps me to move my energy in my body or fill my body with energy if I'm feeling a bit low. If I don't know how to process something, speaking or listening to light language often has a very helpful and positive effect, even if it doesn't sort it completely. I hope that this story helps you to understand more about my personal journey, but also to see your story with a little more clarity. Sometimes when we are in the beginning or kind of middle way through developing something, it's difficult to know where it's all going or even where it's coming from. If it feels good and speaks to your heart, it's in alignment with your being and gives you energy, then go for it. Those are the keys. It has to feel good to your heart, it has to feel good to your being, and it has to give you energy. You have to feel inspired. These are the indications that you are on a good path, even when you don't necessarily have a clue of what's going on. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope that you found it helpful and that it's supporting you on your beautiful unfolding. Please leave a comment below on what you're processing and what you're bringing through in these very potent times. And if you feel resonance with me, check out my website, lightcodesbylara.com. You can work one-on-one with me, and we also offer fractaline healing workshops. You can find me at various expos throughout the year across the world, and you can always find my international best-selling books, The Little Book of Light Codes and Light Codes for the Soul, anywhere on Amazon and your favorite bookstores worldwide. We will be having a new light code book coming out in 2023, so make sure you keep your eyes open for that. There are some very incredible messages and beautiful light codes in this upcoming book, so be sure to check that out when it comes out. We'll have more information on that as we get closer to the release date. Until we see you again next time, all blessings. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.